everyone, welcome back to another video. This is Cav, as you can see, and we're at a horse show. We're going to be running beginner novice at Archer Test B. It's our first time doing this dressage test, so I'm super excited. This is day one, dressage day, so follow along as we go show. I've already got his braids up. They're not like fully in, but you know. And I'm gonna go watch some friends and then put his braids up and then do my dressage test. I'm really excited and I'm hopeful it's gonna go well. My goal is to go slow. I want this dressage test to take like 4 minutes. Yes, he's very cute. So yeah, he's braided down, just haven't put him up yet. And yeah, I think we're gonna do good. He's relaxed, I'm relaxed, so I'm very, very hopeful. Okay, on to the first phase, which is dressage. I know that people tend to find this phase boring. I love this phase. It is really stressful for me. I just get so tense during it, which is not helpful. As you can see, I'm pretty tense. Like right now, I'm using too much outside rein when I should be using my inside lower calf just to try and get his hip to swing out. As you can see, we're tight and we're tense, and he's like, oh my god, this is a lot. Which is my fault completely. We actually didn't do too bad on this test. I believe we got a 30, which was pretty fair considering it's beginner novice. It will get better a little later in the test. Like once again, I'm not completely happy with this at all, but it's getting better, which is what I care about. We had a decent transition, and the canter circle is honestly pretty good. We're dipping below the vertical a little bit because I need to be using more of my core and my thighs to help pull him up. But other than that, that's okay. We are a lot more relaxed in the canter than the trot because I tend to be much more fluid in the canter, but also much more supporting. I don't know why. It's something I'm working on. Now we're halfway through the test. As you can see, his walk is a little tight, but it's decently swingy. I'm hopeful that's something we could work on over the break, is getting a super swingy walk. Our free walk is decent. I'm not upset about it. Could it be better? Absolutely. Is it a little boring? Yes. But I've produced much worse on this horse and other horses during the free walk, so I consider it acceptable. The second half of the test is going to be a tad bit more relaxed, which is nice. And we love that because that's really important. As you can see, once again, doing too much with my reins when I should be resorting to my leg. Here, I'm not actually seesawing on his mouth. I know it looks like it, but if you watch, I'm actually doing multiple different cues at different times. So the outside rein, I am doing in more rhythm with his feet, while the inside rein, I am doing in more with just trying to get him to relax his jaw slightly. Even though he didn't really need it, and my cues were way too obvious and way too large. But I'm still getting the hang of riding this horse. Yes, I know I've been riding him for about 10 months at this point, but the first part of that was working through some trauma with riding that I had. So now that I've worked through that, it's more, okay, how do we ride a freaking horse again? So here we are. This canter circle was not as good in my opinion, but overall I think it was a much more relaxed second half of the test. We're still working on our down transitions a little bit, still falling out of them a little bit, but he's such a pretty guy that it doesn't really matter. I'm also working on the speed. We're still going too fast in this test, but we're getting there. Once again, he's a great boy. I love him. Beautiful, and I'm so grateful that he just took me through this and was so kind and so forgiving. I just finished the dressage. Hi, buddy. And I am really happy with it. I think it's one of the most relaxed tests I've ridden. You know, we were anxious at some points, but for most of it, it was pretty good. Definitely not going to be the best score I've ever gotten. I'm thinking like a 33. This is what I'm hoping for. So yeah, we'll see. Now it's time for everyone's favorite, the cross country. We had a little bit of trouble getting out of the gate, but after that we were fine. We're gonna do some little wiggle wobbles here because there's a very scary tractor to the left. But that's okay, because we will
eventually get over the fence. It was making a lot of noise and it was grooming some dirt biking track. So we went down and around, now we're going up the hill. It's a very hilly area here, which we do great with because at our own property, it's very, very hilly. Well, the property we board at, of course I don't own a property. As you can see, we took that jump pretty well. This jump we also take decently well. Well, it's a ditch, but it's very little, so it was fine. And then we go up and over the hill, and great horse. We're doing great. We have a good pace. And then at the bottom of the hill is where we're going to get into trouble. We just jumped a jump. As you can see, we have a nice rhythm. We're not going too fast. We're just vibing. We go into the water and through a compulsory passage. This is where I fucked up. If you look to the left, you'll see a jump with yellow flags, which is an issue because that's where I needed to go through. I jumped the stone wall great, not knowing that I've been eliminated.
Hi everyone, I want to apologize for this video being a little late. I've been super sick for a while, so that sucks, and school is my #1 priority, and then horses, and then my job, so obviously YouTube is last. We're going to replay that last clip of me on cross country, and you're going to see where I get technically eliminated. So there was a compulsory flag on my course, and I went through it, but it wasn't numbered. And, which to be clear, not the venue's fault at all. Archer is amazing. This is a me problem, and it was just a mistake that I made. So I counted that as, I believe, flag 14, and I went through it, and I said, okay, that was flag 14. Where's flag 15? 15 is the stone wall jump, I think was what it was. And I completely drive by 14. So I'll play the clip again, and you'll see that there is a jump to the left with a yellow number, which was my jump. So that is what resulted in me getting technically eliminated. And I just want to say completely my fault. Was it Cav's fault? I made a stupid mistake. The good news is I won't be making that mistake again, and I'd rather make it at the lower levels where it doesn't matter as much versus I'm in my first 1 star, and that's why I get eliminated. I am also grateful that they let me do a show jump round. A lot of people got eliminated, and they only let 2 people do a courtesy round, and I was one of them. So again, super grateful for that, because, you know, if we're gonna pay all that money, go out there. Even if I don't get a ribbon, that's fine. I would just like to complete all 3 phases for my sake and for Cav's sake as well, because he's very smart, so he knows when he doesn't complete it, and he knows when he doesn't do the show jump, and it makes him sad. So by doing it, it made him happy, and it was great practice for us as well. So here's that clip I was talking about, and that is my jump. Once again, not the venue's fault. Once again, I'm so grateful that I was allowed to jump with permission. So here's my show jumping round. First fence was pretty good. We were a little excited to it. And then second fence, we lose some steam. He was scared of the bleachers for some reason, so we take down that first rail. So I was pushing for the long, and he chipped in. It was fine. Completely my rail, completely my fault, not his issue. Third jump, we clear. We have a fun turn to 4. And another funky turn to 5. There's 5. I really liked this course quite a bit. We had a lot of fun with it. As you can see, he's also feeling himself. He doesn't have to try too hard, obviously, because he's just such a good athletic boy that he's like, I could just step over this stuff. So our jump round was pretty good, as you can see. Sad we didn't ribbon, but you know what? We got the experience, which is what matters. Into the video, I didn't record a whole lot of vlogs for the show because I was really upset about getting eliminated. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I love to read them. If you like this video, leave a like down below. If you want to see me hopefully do better at my next event, subscribe. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And remember, the world's dangerous, so don't die out there.